Farmer movement turns violent. Conditions under which consent was given for tractor rally violated. Stone pelting on police team. Police were forced to lathi charge to control the mob. India celebrating 72nd Republic Day. President and Prime Minister convey their wishes to the people of the country. Flag was hoisted at Rajpath in Delhi. Unity in diversity was beautifully displayed at the parade. Rafale performed its first sortie over Rajpath. Republic Day being celebrated with patriotic fervour and vigour across the country. Social distancing was strictly observed at Rajpath due to COVID-19. In total, 32 tableaux participated in the parade. Tableau of Union Territory of Ladakh was seen for the first time on Rajpath. Bangladesh contingent also participated in Republic Day parade for the first time. Republic Day celebrated in the country as well as abroad. Prime Ministers of Australia, Britain wish India. Today's Google Doodle shows vibrant democracy and culture of India. Indian flag hoisted at the Indian missions and consulates abroad. Good afternoon and welcome to this bulletin. I'm Shubhendu Ghosh. The farmers' tractor rally turned violent at several places in the national capital today as farmers broke the arrangement and the agreement that they had with the administration, strayed away from the agreed route. They wanted to force entry into the central part of the national capital. The agitating farmers also attacked police pickets, forcing police to resort to tear gas use and lathi charge at ITO. Agitating farmers also stormed the Red Fort police barricade. Police had to use mild force to clear the area. But most significantly, Delhi has shown utter restraint in dealing with the agitating farmers, bent upon creating chaos. Some protesters reached the Red Fort on tractors after deviating from the designated route sanctioned by the Delhi police. Meanwhile, police appealed to the farmers to go to the pre-approved route for the protest rally, but some of them broke the police barricades, attacked police personnel. The police has also appealed to farmer unions to help maintain peace.
देखिए, सुबह से हम लोग किसानों से अपील कर रहे हैं कि जो रास्ता दिल्ली पुलिस के साथ मीटिंग में तय हुआ है टीकरी से झड़ौदा और ढासा जाने का, उस रास्ते को फॉलो करें। तो काफ़ी लोग तो उस रास्ते से जा चले गए हैं, लेकिन कई ऐसे लोग हैं जिन्होंने यहाँ पे आके पुलिस पे पथराव किया है, पुलिस के बैरिकेड भी तोड़े हैं, हमारे कुछ आदमियों के ऊपर ट्रैक्टर चढ़ाने की कोशिश करी है, हमारे कुछ लड़के इंजर हुए हैं। तो इस प्रकार की जो चीज़ है, ये तो एक पीसफुल प्रोटेस्ट में नहीं होनी चाहिए। तो मेरी सबसे अपील है कि कानून का पालन करें, तयशुदा रास्ते को करें और किसान यूनियन से सबसे अपील है कि अपने वॉलंटियर्स के द्वारा सभी लोगों को कहें कि जो रास्ता तय हुआ है उस रास्ते पे रैली निकालें। ये एक नेशनल पर्व है। इस नेशनल पर्व पे अगर आप पथराव कर रहे हैं या मारपीट कर रहे हैं या पुलिस वाले को इंजर कर रहे हैं या आप इस तरह की बात कर रहे हैं, तो एक नेशनल पर्व की गरिमा को आप खराब कर रहे हैं। तो मेरी आप सबसे गुजारिश है कि आप लोग जो तयशुदा रास्ता है उसको फॉलो करें। किसान यूनियंस अपने वॉलंटियर्स को बोलें कि अपने लोगों को उसी रास्ते पे लेके जाएं।
And our team of reporters are getting us minute-to-minute update from Ground Zero, covering this disturbing update. My colleague Vishal is joining us from ITO. Vishal, what does the situation look like at the moment? Vishal.
Well, Shubhendu, the situation is still very tense, and let me tell you that 5 o'clock is the time that was given to the agitating farmers, though they have not followed the rules and regulation. Police time and again trying to convince and pacify the farmers, but still they are not listening to what the police has to say, and they are still sitting there. And I would ask my cameraman to show you. There you can see they are still in a huddle. Now they have moved a bit back, trying to listen in to what their leaders are saying. And we are all hopeful that the leaders, they are able to convince the farmers to not to resort to vandalism, because this is a very, very sad picture. They are holding tricolors on their tractors and in their hands, and they are resorting to violent means. So this is a very sad situation. There can't be a worse picture than this. With tricolor in their hands, they have damaged the public property. My colleague Meghna, who has had a great escape, she's also with me. But before I ask about her experience, let me also ask her about the new advisory that has been issued by Delhi Police. Yeah, Meghna, tell us about the new advisory.
So basically Delhi Traffic Police has been updating their Twitter handle and sharing with citizens the places they need to avoid. For instance, minute-on-minute updates are being given. For example, avoiding NH44, GTK Road, Outer Ring Road, Signature Bridge, GT Road, ISBT Ring Road. All these areas have to be avoided due to the ongoing farmer protests. Also, traffic movement is closed from Shankar Road to Talkatora Road and Minto Road. So motorists are advised to take alternate routes. Also, besides that, not only Delhi Police but also DMRC is giving security updates. Entry and exit gates of all stations on the grey line are closed, and entry exit gates of Delhi Metro Station are closed, and entry exit gates of ITO Metro Station are also closed. So these are some of the updates that are constantly being given on the Twitter handles of Delhi Traffic Police and also the DMRC. So basically this is for the citizens to avoid any inconvenience, because obviously it is a national holiday, and people were not expecting this much of traffic issues or crowd.
But certainly, because today is the Republic Day, and all would have like to come out with their families. In fact, we saw many people coming out with their families, with their children, and they never expected this thing to have happened, but this has happened. It's very, very sad. And I would again ask the cameraman to show you the visuals. There you see the farmers huddling in. Now there's a meeting going on. The police and are also keeping a close vigil. There's a divide between the two parties. Sometime back, the farmers, some of the farmers, they tried to come out for instigate violence. They were also challenging the police, but now they have huddled back. But the tractors are still there. Some of the tractors, they are moving back, but they are still holding their positions, and this is a very, very critical situation.
Vishal, do we have any insight?
As the time is closing by 5 o'clock, it is going to be very, very critical, because if
Vishal, do we have any insight into?
I want to finish one line.
Sure.
If they are not, if they do not leave this place by 5 o'clock, which is the scheduled time of the rally, then it would be very difficult, and police will have to resort to some kind of force, because you cannot allow them to hold the whole city to ransom, and this has been a very, very sad state of affairs. Shubhendu?
Vishal, those of us familiar with the ITO area know that the crossroad that they're occupying is usually a very busy traffic crossroad. Then they've been here for a couple of hours or more since the protest turned violent. Any insight into any negotiation with the administration, with the police? What is it that they want at this point in time when things have already spiraled out of hand?
Well, let me tell you, Shubhendu, the time and again police senior officials, they are trying to convince the agitating farmers, and they in fact went and spoke to them, but somehow the things have not come to a conclusion. The police are trying their level best, the police appealing to them that this is not the way. Remember, today is the Republic Day, it's our national pride, but the way the tricolor was in picture when the whole act of vandalism was taking place is a very sad situation, is a very sad picture. And the police are somehow holding their positions. They are not resorting more force against the farmers. And I would ask my cameraman to show you the Rapid Action Force is there, the police is there, and they are all holding their positions. They are ready for any eventuality. They cannot allow the vandalism to continue, and the farmers are still there. There you can see with the tricolor, some of them are sitting on the road, and this is very close to the PWD headquarters, where Delhi Police headquarters is also there. So this is a very, very critical point also, and 5 o'clock is the time. As the time passes by, it is going to, the situation is getting more and more critical, and we have to just wait and watch as to how things come out, because all the negotiations so far have not been very successful, but for some time there has been a stop to the violence, but some time back we saw how the public property was badly damaged and destroyed by some of the farmers, and it is a very sad situation, and also at the same time very critical. Also it is a very scary for us also, because we people who have been covering here since afternoon, we also had a narrow escape, and I would ask again Meghna to share her experience as to how this all happened. Meghna, while you were there, I was watching you when I shouted and asked you people to move back. It was a narrow escape for you, and I'm sure you would always remember it, this Republic Day.
Absolutely, a very sad picture to remember, definitely. When the national media was, nearby the farmers, trying to cover the visuals, the shots of what exactly is happening on ground zero. There were some of the farmers, some people who got irked and, also snatched mics from the hands of other media persons and also pushed them. Some of them were also beaten up.
So they were beaten very badly, because I saw one of the cameramen, he was literally beaten with kicks and boxes, and it was a very scary situation.
And the scariest thing is these people have got rods in their hands, the rods which they have, got from uprooting the railings which are here on the divider. So they have got these heavy iron steel rods with them. Some of them also have wooden sticks, huge wooden sticks. So definitely the situation is very serious,
scary,
very scary. And also when we started running, some of them started running so fast that some of them fell also. But then after that, the police came for cover so that we could safely come inside here, where they have been put, some of the buses have been put, so that the agitating farmers do not come inside. And
yes, so there you heard, Shubhendu, how difficult it is for us also, because we are simply here to cover the situation. We are also asking all the viewers to follow the rules of, follow the advisory of the Delhi police, stay indoors. Yes, today is our Republic Day, but definitely a very sad situation, and the situation is very critical. So for your own safety, stay indoors. Wherever you are, do not move till the police ask you to move out.
All right, there are terrifying scenes on ground zero. Vishal, Meghna, do continue to stay with us. We'll keep connecting with you to get some more information. For now, Taposh is joining us on the phone line with some more updates. Taposh, what is the latest that you've got? Taposh Bhattacharya, my colleague, has been covering the protests that have turned violent since morning today, getting us minute-to-minute update. Taposh, if you can hear me, what is the latest that you can share with us?
Check.
All right, we'll take a moment more to connect with Taposh. We'll return to you, Vishal and Meghna. Vishal, the tempers, of course, have been running very high, but just to put the entire incident, entire development into perspective, there was an accord between the protesting farmers for the tractor protest rally with the administration and police. The route was decided by both the sides. They were supposed to follow that route and make their voice heard, but they deviated from it, and not just that, the protest turned violent, and vandalism was also reported. Clashes with the police was also reported. Just broadly tell us about the sequence of events as they took place this morning.
Well, Shubhendu, it's a very sad news to report on, because today is our national holiday. Today is the Republic Day, a day of pride for all of us, and today this has happened. The farmers have been sitting there for almost 2 months, but today this should not have happened, because there was a code, a model code between the two, and an agreement was reached between the two parties that they will strictly follow the route. 200-kilometer route was given on 3 locations, but they violated the code. Not only the code, they resorted to violent means, vandalizing the property, public property, which belongs not to everybody, to us all. It is their property, it is our property, and this should not have happened. I would ask my cameraman to show you again what all had happened. There you see the barricading, the barricading that has been uprooted, and all the buses, they have been vandalized. We showed you the picture. I would ask my cameraman to show you. I'll go to the other side and show you what has happened, because there you see There you see the buses, they have been vandalized badly. Now this is our property. It comes, it is all because of the tax that we pay. It's the taxpayer money that has been attacked. And there you see all these buses that were placed here simply to stop the farmers who had violated the route, the code of route that was given to them, and how they were trying to push themselves. They attacked the police, and this is what that has happened today, the Republic Day, and all the
yes, Vishal, as you speak, we are in fact bringing all the visuals.
It was the day when we need to put in our best.
As you speak, we're getting all the visuals of scenes of chaos and protests gone violent. Different points in the national capital. Stay with us while we connect with Taposh, who's also getting us updates from ITO. That's the nerve center of where the violence and the clashes took place. Taposh, about an hour to go, a little more than that, when the deadline expires for the farmers to hold the protest rally. It has really gone, Auri, but what is the latest that you can share with us?
Right, so it doesn't look like that they are planning to, leave the place after the deadline gets over. We've been told that to take a precautionary measure, the law and order situation to get that back into control. Internet services are temporarily suspended at Singhu border, Ghazipur border, Tikri border, Mukarba Chowk and Nagloi till midnight. So that is the latest I can tell you. Even Delhi Metro has have closed their entry exit at the Dilshad Garden, Chill Mill and Mansarovar Park. So that's another update that I can give you. As of now, the services have been temporarily suspended. Internet services have been temporarily suspended. In fact, where currently I am at ITO, it seems there is a fluctuation of a net even here. I won't be surprised if they try to shut down the services out here.
Suppose that's a big development. If you could give us some more clear details on the areas in which internet services have been suspended in the national capital. Also, earlier in the day, given the situation spiraling out of control, metro stations, many of them were also shut in view of public safety. On both these accounts, if you could share the details with us, Taposh.
That's right. So let me just say again that internet services has been temporarily suspended at Singhu border and nearby area, the Ghazipur border again, the Tikri border, all these places, Mumbai, were the hotspots of this particular rally, and then Mukarba Chowk and Nagloi, and all these places, the internet services will be suspended till midnight today. And if I can tell you that this particular, we have been told, in fact, there's an update coming in that Jama Masjid metro station has also been closed by DMRC, and along with that, entry-exit gates of Dilshad Garden, Chill Mill, Mansarovar Park. All these stations have been closed. Earlier, Delhi Metro have taken, on behalf of, on getting approval from the law and order agencies, they have also closed down the grey line, and along with that, the ITO metro station has also been closed, and Indraprastha, and along with that, the some parts of the yellow line also, which starts from Civil Line to Vidhan Sabha, Model Town, GTB Nagar, Adarsh Nagar, along with Haidarpur and Samirpur Badli. All these places have been shut down by the agency, by the Delhi Metro. So as of now, it seems this particular Delhi has turned into a complete war zone, and they're trying their level best to contain the situation. All these people, if I may use the term, hooligans under the garb of Kisan, who have turned up in the national capital. Earlier they promised to keep this rally a peaceful rally, but this turned out to be a massive rally of chaos. And this is where taking a sumo to cognizance, and Delhi Metro has shut down most of its stations, and internet services, as I just mentioned, have been suspended in the border areas as well.
And Taposh, how challenging is it for the police and the administration to disperse the large crowds of protesters who've gathered at different points in the national capital? We know 5 o'clock is when the deadline for the protest rally, the permission for which was given by the administration, expires. But in what manner is the administration engaging with the protesters at this point in time?
Right, so Subhendu, we are in touch with the top officials of Delhi Police, and they are constantly in touch with the protesters in the leaders of the protesters, and they're trying to make sure that they leave this particular place. Remember, as I told you earlier also, ITO is the hub. This is one of the busiest intersections in the national capital, and they have actually cleared out this place. They have actually occupied this place. And remember, think about the situation. This is the place where most of the government offices are. If you have to reach New Delhi railway station, you have to cross from there. How much trouble it can cause to the commoners, to Delhiites, and nobody can fathom that. And apart from that, they have, as I said, that they have 5 o'clock is the deadline, and Delhi police officials, the top brass of Delhi police, are in constant touch with them. But it doesn't seem like that they are willing to leave the Dharna side one bit. It will be a Herculean task for the Rapid Action Force as well as the Delhi police jawans to vacate this particular place where they have managed to sit down and make a dharna. What they used to do at the border, they have replicated that at this particular time in Ramcharan Agarwal Chowk in ITO.
And Taposh, has any input come in from the farmer leaders? They had committed from day one. It's been many weeks, of course, since the protest has been on, but they'd committed to maintain a peaceful demonstration, peaceful protest. Today on the Republic Day too, permission was given to hold a massive tractor rally, but with the underlining cause that the entire protest has to be peaceful, that law cannot be taken in one's hands. Because they now have a very crucial role to play to ease the tempers, the farmer leaders. Any input coming in from that side?
It doesn't. Very interestingly, Shubhendu, if we read between the lines, we will find that most of the farmer leaders who have given a written assurance to the Delhi police. Remember, if you are to take a rally, you have to give in writing that these are the routes that we are going to take place. It doesn't look like these leaders are currently at ITO. It seems that they do not have a leader as such now, and they are working in a very unplanned manner. And all these leaders who have actually given it in writing, they are actually shrugging their responsibility from the chaos that they have come out of that. And that is quite an interesting part, that nobody is actually coming on TV or on paper, on camera, to say that this is absolutely hoodlum, and this is not something that not something that people should do. But they are leaving it up to the people this particular rally, this particular congregation of so-called farmers. It seems, in fact, there is some sort of a movement is happening in the particular place. Shubhendu, they are making some movement. I can tell you, they are making again movement. Some of them are making movements. We have to check with them. They are making movements, Shubhendu. So what I can tell you, Shubhendu, is that right now these people who are right now congregated at ITO Chowk, they do not have a leader per se, but Delhi police officials are working to make sure that they talk to the top brass of this particular farmers' protest rally, and they can bring the law and order situation back where it should be, and vacate this particular place from their dharna. Shubhendu.
Right, Taposh, thanks very much for joining us with those inputs. Please stay safe to the entire team. We're covering it, the developments from Ground Zero. Thanks very much, Taposh. Thank you, Vishal. Also, thank you, Meghna, for sharing your experiences of the protest that turned violent today. It still continues to be on the streets of the national capital. ITO is where the nerve center of these developments were. 5 o'clock is when the deadline for the farmers' protest expires, as was given by the administration. With those updates, we conclude this bulletin. We'll keep our special coverage of the developments in our later bulletins. Namaskar.